Hi, boys and girls from Christ Church and beyond. We are gathered here today for elementary Sunday school class. I'm Miss Nam, one of the teachers. We also have Miss Ilene, one of the teachers, and Miss Emily, who does our songs with us, and she's our Facebook filmer today. So today we're trying this new method of reaching all the boys and girls so that you can kind of watch us on Facebook whenever you want to, and you can even watch us twice if you want, but it allows more people, we're thinking, to join in if you're maybe out of town on a weekend because it's summer or just a little tired and didn't quite make it up to the Sunday school class. So this is something completely new, and if you like it, we want you to hit the like button or put a comment so we know that you watched it and enjoyed it. So we're happy to have you here. In the materials today, we sent out a maze. I'll show you a picture of it. Here it is. See it? And this is a maze that tells you a little bit about the lesson. It introduces the lesson we're going to do today, because Paul, who we've been studying about, wrote letters to other Christians who were he was writing to encourage newer believers and to teach them about Jesus. And he wrote letters to different places, to Philippi and to Rome and to, is this Corinth? That's Ephesus, and to Corinth. And so the maze, you use your finger to go from the letters, because this is what letters looked like back then. And you kind of figure it out, and then you can do it in a marker or crayon or something. How he went there. You don't want to run into a dead end. So I just thought that was fun and a fun way to introduce our lesson. Okay, I'm going to read to you from the Bible. And our lesson is about love in action. And it's from one of the letters that Paul wrote to people in Rome to encourage them and to teach them all about love and how to be love or do love to others, show love to others. And we'll show you the picture. There's everybody sitting around. There's Paul. Someone's reading the letter. They've received it from Paul, and they're reading it. And this is what Paul says in the letter from Romans 12, verses 9 through 18. Paul wrote a letter to people who lived in Rome and followed Jesus. The letter said, show love to each other, respect each other, show your excitement while you serve each other and God. Be happy, stand your ground. Pray often. Share what you have with others and be welcoming to new people. Be nice to all people, even if they aren't nice to you. Be happy with happy people and be sad with people when they're sad. Remember that everyone is equal. No one is better than anyone else. Try to always live peaceably with other people. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to teach you some sign language, and then we're going to kind of read a short version of the Bible verse and do it in sign language. So the first thing I'm going to show you is love. And to show love, you cross your arms at your wrist and you press your wrist up against your heart. That's love. Then we're going to do serve, and you hold both hands, let's see here, both hands in front of you, with your palms facing up. And then you're going to alternate moving one hand forward while the other one goes back. It kind of reminds me of your offering things, you're serving things. Yeah, there you go. Miss Emily's got it, and Miss Ilene, you can see them a little better. They're further away. Then happy. I like this one, happy. You take your hands in front of your body with your palms that are facing towards your chest. And then you pat your chest with an upward motion, just like this. And I saw online, you either do it one-handed, but I like to do it two-handed. And then you have a happy face when you're doing it, because you wouldn't want to have a sad face while you're showing that you're happy. And then peace, you place your right palm, so one hand, on top of your left palm. And then you turn your hands over and do it again. And then you separate your hands with the palms facing downward. Whoops, I did it wrong there. This is why we're learning, downward, and then you move them down to your side. So it's like that. Yes. So, and then we can also throw in sad. And sad is kind of like you kind of look down and you kind of do this like tears. So, all right. So let's review quick. Love, serve, happy, sad, peace. Okay, here we go. Ready? So when I say the words like love or serve or sad or happy, we're going to do the sign. Paul wrote letters to tell people about Jesus. Today's story is a letter that Paul wrote to the followers of Jesus who lived in Rome. In this letter, Paul wrote, love one another like you love someone in your own family. Serve others and God with excitement. Be happy. Be strong and pray. Be happy with happy people. Cry when people are sad. Everyone is equal. No one is better than the other. Live in peace. There we go. So that was fun. Thank you for joining me. And now I'm going to pass over to Miss Ilene, and she is going to work on a craft with you, teaching us about God's love. Miss Ilene? You're on mute, Miss Ilene. Well, Miss Ilene is on mute, and she's, we can't hear her yet. We somehow have to get her off of mute. There.
Good morning. I'm Miss Ilene. Welcome. I'm glad to be here with you in Sunday school. We're talking about God's love, and we are also going to talk about measuring things, and we know we cannot measure God's love. So it seems though we're always wanting to compare or measure something. How much is this? How many can I have? How long is the dog's tail? How deep is the swimming pool? How fast can you run? How smart are you? We're just always asking those questions. And we use sometimes in our business a tape measure to measure all kinds of things that are very long. We also use a ruler, which helps us measure lots of things. I bet you use them, especially in school. Ladies who like to sew and gentlemen like to measure seams. You know, you want to get that seam right every inch of the way. So we use a measure. You ever see your mother cook or help her use these? It's measuring things that'll make your product really turn out well. As well as a measuring cup. I couldn't live without I use about 4 of these every time I cook. And then we're always counting. This will help us count. We can use our fingers. We can use lots of things on the wall that we count. But measuring is kind of a part of who we are every day. But one thing we cannot measure is God's love. It's a perfect love. It's everlasting. No matter what happens, God will always be there for us and He will always love us. Well, today, to help us remember that measuring is important, but we can't measure God's love, is to make an inchworm. I bet you've all seen little inchworms, and I am so fascinated. I watch them crawl up my fingers, across my arm, and along the fence post. It's just lots of fun. So today I thought maybe we should make an inchworm. And this is what the finished product will look like. And I wrote on there God's love because we can't measure. It's just perfect. So to start out with, you should receive a printout that looks like this. It's in 4 parts. And you know, this is the head, the tail, and the 2 body parts. And you see how they kind of turn like down? See how my worm turns down? So when you put those together, you want them to turn down. See, so I can turn it this way and you can see that. All right. The first thing we're going to do is color our worm. And you're going to do this at your own time, because I'm not going to take all this time just for you to color, because you want to do it so perfectly. But I added some brown because I've never seen a green inchworm. Most of them are brown that I've seen. So you color it however you like. Once you color it, then you're going to start cutting. I find cutting's easier if you cut one piece out and then start going around it. Cutting all these little edges carefully so it holds its shape. Then you see these two little notches here. You'll notice they're on every piece except the head, and they left it out of the head. You've got to put one back here to connect them. So you're going to take a paper punch or just something, maybe the end of your scissors, and punch this hole out. You'll punch all of them out before you start to put it together. Then, when you get all of them cut out, the head joins the first big body part at the two holes. These two body parts join here, and then the tail. And if you have paper fasteners, yay, I didn't. You can use a little piece of wire. I tried to use string. You can use a paper twist that comes off your bread bag, but you have to insert those in two places. And I punched two holes, the regular hole and then a little hole beside it, so it would give it room to move. So this is our inchworm. Remind us of God's love and watch him move. Inch, inch. Oh, he's crawling away. And there's a great story called Itsy Bitsy Inchworm. And he's such a smart little worm that this big old bird was going to eat him. And he said, if you don't count my song, I will eat you. And so the inchworm thought, how do I count a song? So the bird started singing and he went inch, inch, inch. Guess what? He crawled away. He was smart. He didn't get eaten by that bird. Anyway, we just want you to remember that God's love is forever and always with us. And now we have some special songs by Miss Emily.
All right. Hi, boys and girls. I am Miss Emily, and I'm going to share 2 songs with you today. So I am going to have to share my screen here. Let me, did not mean to hit that. Okay. So take me just a second. I'm going to see if Miss Nan and Miss Eileen can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay, let me get rid of this here just so we have less things up. Okay, so the 2 songs that we are going to sing, they are different words to songs that you already know. So the first one is going to go to the same tune as the Itsy Bitsy Spider, only we're going to sing about a teeny little inchworm like we just made, okay? Then the second song is to the tune of the London Bridge song, and it's going to be about God's love, how it never ends, and then how we can also share God's love with our friends so that it will keep growing even more and more, okay? So if you can read the words as I sing along, and you can sing with me, or you can sing with your parents. If you don't know how to read, that's okay too, or you can just listen, okay? So the first one is called the Teeny Little Inchworm. The teeny little inchworm went inching up the tree. God said, the inchworm, how much do you love me? My love cannot be measured, God whispered down below, for my love for you is greater than you could ever know. And that's just a great message reminding us that God's love is so big, we can't even believe how big it is. It's amazing. All right, and then our second song is to the tune of London Bridge is falling down. Okay, so this is going to be about God's love spreading. God's love spreads, it never ends, never ends, never ends. God's love spreads, it never ends, goes forever. Reaching out and making friends, making friends, making friends. Reaching out and making friends. I love my friends. Love each other, it will show, it will show, it will show. Love each other, it will show how his love grows. And you can rewind the video. You can pause and rewind if you want to sing those again, because those are two really great songs.
Thank you, Miss
All
Emily. And thank you, Miss Eileen. Now remember, like Mrs. Emily said, you can pause or rewind. Also, when you're doing your craft, if you like want to cut it out or color it and you're not quite done, you can hit pause. And then once you get it colored, you hit play again and it'll start so you can get it done. So we're so glad that you joined us this week. And again, let us know if you enjoyed this and post a comment down below, or if you do the inchworm, post it down below so we can see a picture of your inchworm. That would be so cool. So now it's time to do a closing prayer. So everybody bow your heads and close your eyes. Dear God, help me to show genuine love to all people. Amen.
Amen. Have a
Thanks.
great week.
Bye.
Great week. We
Join
look
us
forward to
next
next
week.
Bye.
Bye.